Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Workers and Resources. Hope you're having a good day. They've been constructing some things in Chernobyl. I'm upgrading it. There's a few more buildings around here, and a lot of the people that I invited, they have high religion sympathy. They have low government loyalty, all that stuff. So I'm putting in Chernobyl radio. It might be a waste for this area, but I'm kind of hoping to maybe, I don't know, make this area maybe a little bit bigger. Who knows? Maybe we'll even have consistent, people over here working. I don't know. So I'm giving them a radio because they're pretty far away to get anything else. And I'm hoping that that makes people just a little bit happier. We're also putting in the Ferris wheel. As some of you noted, it is a pretty iconic thing for Chernobyl. And I was going to put it in, I just didn't know where, and I thought there was more important things to build. So now that I've got most of this stuff sorted out, I figured I'd put it in. And we're going to put it right here, right next to the store here. It's accessible walking for most houses. Not everybody can get there, but most of them can get there. And maybe I'll put another one over here for these guys, or if we expand this way, we'll do it. You know, who cares? I don't know. Anyway, radio station's getting close to done. 102,000 rubles worth left to build there. And then there's a few other homes. The goal is to get a ton of people waiting at this bus station all the time so that this place is always full. Yeah, we're a little bit low on engineers, and that's just like the highly educated population is. I'm kind of lacking them right now. I'm going to actually go ahead and see if I can't bring in a few more experts. And I still want them to work. Maybe go a little bit like that. Get them to work in the hospital, of course. Keep everybody healthy, but also I just need more experts to be in this area too. Now, in this video, as you might know from the title, we're focusing on tourism. So we're not going to spend a lot of time in here, but there is something I do want to take care of before we get started. And I've kind of upgraded a lot of stuff, and I'll walk you through some of it. So we've got this truck here, right? It's hauling in the UF6 into storage, and that's great. As long as this building stays full, and I mean like a good number of engineers, good number of workers, which right now is not the case. As long as this building stays working good, we will produce enough nuclear fuel to keep this operating. However, when it gets down to this low of workers, and there's barely an engineer in here now, so if this drops to zero, the whole bit, everything loses power, right? Because this thing shuts down without an engineer here. So it's important that these buses drop off enough people and that they all get in here and work continuously. This train is now electric, and it didn't pick up anybody. I don't know why. It just didn't, I guess. I did kind of just release it, so that might be one of the reasons. It's kind of, taking its time there. But anyway, so we should have a fair number of people coming in with the bus anyway. And again, I want to just see these numbers continue to rise. I need to have more people working here all the time. And we've got UF6, but this place is also generating waste. So we got 2.35 tons of nuclear fuel in here. But we have 3.2 tons of nuclear waste. And all these containers weigh 4.7 tons. So even if I wanted to use this truck to go and pick them up and maybe like deviate its route, this truck isn't big enough to do it. So I need a bigger truck to do it. And I'm going to choose to buy a big O truck. Let's go open haul. And this one's 9 tons. I think there was one that was like a lot. 18 tons. Look at that, huh? So 4.7, I think I can pretty much only fit 3 in there anyway, so I don't need to go quite that expensive. So how about we go 16 tons? What do you get? I think that's a good one. So we're going to take the KMZ 5410 here. And what we're going to do with it is we're going to tell it to come to power plant, load vehicles. We're going to look for the waste, right? And then it's going to come and bring it over. And I want it to bring it over to this storage right here. We're going to go ahead and just pay for this. It's only 11,000 left. Thank you, helicopters. And we're going to have you bring this over to here and unload the nuclear waste into this, okay? And that's your route. So go ahead, go for it. So 16 tons we can fit in the back of this thing. And that is going to be awesome. Now, I've made some changes with trains, so I expect to see trains waiting too long and all that stuff. I've made some changes to things as I upgrade trains. I'm like, playing around with the routes and everything, and it seems like I might have screwed the pooch on it just a little bit. I probably missed the signal somewhere. So let me just take a look at it really quick, and then we'll get going with the tourism stuff. All right, so let's talk about tourism things, yeah? So we have this heating here is going to provide heat for all of Fedoristan, okay? And there's a little bit of work to do here, but if I just kind of... It's July. I can let the helicopters keep going. I think they're still tasked with that. I don't know. They're not... I don't know if they're still doing it. Let me see. Yeah, it's green. They're still tasked with it, so I'll let it go. But we've got other stuff happening here, okay? I've got extra buildings that I'm building. I've got... well, I'm putting in residences, right? Because we need workers in this area, too. And I'd rather a lot of the workers just sort of live in here. There's a lot of attractions here. There's a place to shop, all this stuff. Pretty sure all of the houses, when it's all said and done, are going to be able to reach that shopping center. And that's pretty much the only thing that's important there. So a lot of things to do there. We also have some power to do. So I've situated some substations kind of here and here. There's a whole bunch of them. Let me just look at like this. So there. There's another one over, I thought over here. Yep, there. And then there should be one there. And I thought there was another one over in this area. Oh, right there. Okay. So there's 6 of them. And we're going to need to get power over to this so that all of this is powered. Because I can't bring tourists in, even if I want to buy a plane right now. I can't bring tourists in if I don't have power. So I want to come over here, and these are the 2 big 18 megawatt lines. We're going to split one here, and if a fire breaks out over here, I'll just pay for it. It's just buy it again. I'm not going to waste my time and my money just trying to get a fire department in this area. It's not a big deal. We do have helicopters on the fire station that's going to be over here, I think. Where's the fire department over here? It's right here. I have room for a helicopter here, so maybe that will... Like, there's a lot of water in this area, so maybe that'll be all right. So I don't notice poles. I don't notice power poles ever catching fire. It's usually a building. So maybe if we take the line... Of course, I have to split it here if I want it to happen there, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we're going to go high voltage. And we're going to take this right about, let's say, on this side here. Okay? We're going to take this. And we're going to put in a switch right here in this spot. That's fine. And hook this back up the way it was. Then what we're going to do is we're going to just guess. I'm going to say 13. 10 might be just a little bit iffy. I'm going to go with 10. I'm going to go with 13 here. And we're going to bring the 13 line all the way out as close to the water as I can go. Probably about here-ish. Yeah, and then I need to figure out where exactly that's going to be over in this area. So I think probably what I'll do is we'll have... the transformer be situated about here, which means we'll have a switch, let's say here. And what I think I'd like to do with this switch is I'd like to have another one. We're going to need probably 2 of these. So I'm going to put another one right about here. And I guess we'll just go with like 10s. I don't think we're going to need any of these. I don't know what we're going to have to deal with. So we're just going to do the full capacity everywhere there. It's fine. And then we're going to take the other one right about here. It's this one right here, yeah? I have to wait for it to build, don't I? Yeah. All right, here it comes, and it's done. Okay. Now we'll take you all the way over, and I'm paying for it because I don't want to wait for my guys to do this. So let's pull this back just a little bit. Make it a little bit cleaner with... like spacing. I might want to use farmland and stuff, right? So let's go back about like here, I guess. And then we'll go straight over. It's not the cheapest way to do it, but I think it's going to be cleaner with regard to the land that we have to work with. So there we go. That's our power. Now, I don't want electrical lines running through all of this stuff, right? Because it's just going to look bad. And when you run electrical lines through the place, well, I mean, it gets rid of the trees. So we're going to go underground lines on all of this. So I'm going to go with medium voltage, the maximum 145. And we're just going to take and bring these lines. Needs to go under. So one level under for this pipe, I guess. Yeah, right about there. I can bring it back up and go into this. Well, I was hoping to. Yeah, here we go. And go to, too sharp of a turn, okay? Just bring it up a little bit and come back like this. That's fine. So that gets power there. This one will come over this direction and hook up. I guess it'll have to be here. Probably go straight line with that, but whatever. So there we got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Brilliant. So we'll take this one forward. Gonna have to go underneath all this stuff. There we go. And hook it up there. Then we go in through this way. And yeah, it's more expensive to do this for sure. And you get less power output. Absolutely. It has the advantage of not being visible, and it doesn't get rid of the trees, which is that's just the only thing I want to do. So let's go this way and over there. And then the last cable will be like this. And it looks pretty neat. And by neat, I mean organized, huh? Doesn't it look neat and organized? Just boom, boom, boom? Yeah, I think it does. What's on fire? Fire department's in range, I think. I would hope so. It's kind of a straight shot from this road. There you are. It's on its way. See? We got this. Helicopter's probably inbound too, maybe. Who knows? It's been a while since I've seen the fire helicopter work. Is that you? Are you the fire helicopter? No. No, you're not. I was hoping for the fire helicopter to be used. Oh well. It's just gonna sit here and do nothing. Lame. It has fuel too. Oh well. Okay. So that's power for all this stuff, right? Now in the beginning, what I was gonna do is I was just gonna have every hotel be auto purchase. Okay, I was just gonna buy the food and the meat and all this, and then set up the logistics for it. Then set up the storage and the distribution for it. But you know what? We got this stuff here. It's right here, you know? So I'm kind of thinking we just do it now. Yeah? We just start with everything we need to get these guys up and running without having to do it. So we're going to get a medium distribution office. It's going to be across the road from all this nonsense. It's going to be right about here. And the hope is, you know what? I'm going to put it right here instead. We might put 2 here. We might need 2. It's very likely because there's a lot of stuff going on here. And if there's not enough people here, as many people as I think there will be, 2 might be necessary. I'm going to put you here. That's 1. And then, you know what? Let's do 2. Let's just make sure we got enough here. So we'll go like that. We're going to pay for it with rubles. And I'm going to also get the road to come straight through this way too, I think. At least I thought I was. Maybe I won't. All right, then I won't. Can you do that? Good enough. Okay. So this is going to give multiple paths into this. But this is the road cargo station, right? So all these guys are going to reference this to get their supplies. They're going to be able to get meat here. They're going to be able to get all the food and alcohol here as well. So we're going to want to limit this to being food and alcohol. That's pretty much the only thing we need here. I guess clothing too. Yeah, clothing is a good thing to have here as well. Electronics. You know, I really should think about getting another warehouse, but that's going to require not another road cargo station. It would just be the trucks have to go there to get it. That's probably what we'll do because there's not enough room for any of this, all this stuff. So why don't we place this? Ooh. Oh, I like that very much. If you'll let me do that, please. Yeah. 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 If you'll let me do this as a test just to make sure I can get the road. But that's pretty cool. I can dig that. And then let me see if I can get the road. Oh, that's nice. All right, let's do that. So we'll have this too. So this will be our electronics. And everything else will go in here. Food, alcohol, clothing in here. Or maybe I'll just split it up because then I can get more of each resource, right? So maybe electronics and clothing in one and then food and alcohol in the other because I think food and alcohol will be probably used more, I want to say. Let's split that up and do it. That just means that this cannot be referenced for 2 of the resources. So it is what it is. We'll pull the close off of this and we'll just say that this is food and alcohol. Definitely want more food than we do alcohol since they're going to blow through food a lot faster than they blow through alcohol. So we're going to do like a 65-23. No, it should be, yeah. It should be like 75, 25. So that's about what we got here. Good. And then over here, same thing, except clothing is going to be used way more, I think. So we're going to bring all of this down, and we're going to say clothing, electrical components come down to 0, 0, and then electronics will be about 72, 28 kind of thing. Okay, good. So these distribution offices are going to be referencing you and you. Nope, sorry, you. There we go. And that's going to give us access to the meat storage, right, directly from here. Then we're gonna have to supply, and this is, I think, the real reason why we need 2 distribution offices is because we have, I think, more buildings than one can manage. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the other one, we're gonna have you do the other ones. So we're gonna have you go here and here, and this will just be a load thing. Yep. And then you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I might have you do the warehouse here, and this, and then I think actually both of you, if you can, should be providing for this at the same time, so that we really cover that store really well, because there's going to need a lot of need for that there. Now there's the technical services building that I've got built over here. It's not needed yet, but we're going to get a few snow plows and tell it to really manage the trolley roads and the ones with sidewalks and lamps, because those are the main roads in this entire area, and then everything else can happen afterwards. Okay, so this is all kind of set up. Now we just need the train to come and do it. And for that, I've got a couple of trains in here, but I don't have the right kind of train. So we're going to get an electric train, electric locomotive, and we actually have a 160-mile-an-hour train now. This is the fastest speed you can get from a train in this game. And it's 10 mile an hour, or I guess 10 kilometers an hour faster than the track will allow. So it is what it is. I don't know if that was intentional, but it is what it is. I don't think I need it, though. That's the thing. Like, it's a really expensive train, and I don't think it's necessary. So for the time being, I'm going to offload this job to the PW201E, and we're going to have this one do it. Now, this one is responsible for food. So I'm going to call this the food train. This is the food train. Yeah, we're just going to call it food train. That's fine. We have coal train. We have food train. It's whatever. Maybe food train 1. We probably have more than one of these things. Food train 1, you're going to get a couple of cars. Cargo wagon, we're going to need a box car to store food. And this looks like it does 34 tons of food. Is there a better one for this or no? Refrigeration car is a must. I'm thinking that's the biggest one we have. Yeah, the refrigeration car is going to be a must. So we're going to get, I think this is for food. Thinking food, clothing, alcohol. And then we want to have meat. I don't have enough money to buy the other one, but there's at least one meat car there too. I want to get another meat car. These are expensive, 80,000, very expensive. Can I buy them with dollars, I wonder? No. I can do a cement tank with dollars, and I can do a diesel locomotive with dollars, and that's it. So I have to wait for more rubles to do that. Unfortunately, I kind of overspent, but we can at least get started, and then maybe I can bring the train back. This train, what it's going to do is it's going to come to this station. It's going to load up. Well, here's the problem. It can't get to the meat. There needs to be a dedicated meat train, right? That was the goal, a dedicated meat train. Yeah. Okay, here's what we'll do. Hey, let's try this. This guy right here. You, train, with the box cars conveniently still installed and clothes in your inventory. I got an idea for you. Until we get enough money, I'm going to have you do this, okay? So we're going to say that all of your stops are going to kind of go away. We're going to add this stop. And we're going to say the Descending Fields cargo station, your job, should you choose to accept it, is to load the alcohol, food, and clothing, okay? We go to advanced setup. You probably can't do much right now, but We're going to say this car is exclusive for food, this one is exclusive for clothing, and this one will be exclusive for alcohol. All right, there you go. And your job is to take that stuff, load up 100% of what you can, and you're going to drop it off in this cargo station. Okay, that's your only job. That's it. That's all you do. Okay, so get rid of the Sosnikova one. Bye-bye. And then we're going to say that you should go to this and you should start your route. So I'm wondering if it'll just start loading it, and it does already. It's just on the case. Good. Now, there's one problem with this route, and I'm noticing it now, and that is that this station does not easily transfer to that because of how this track is laid out. It's going to have to go this way, and then, like, I guess around and then over. It's a mess, right? And this also doesn't easily connect to this bridge. I'm noticing that right now, too. So I might have to do something different with this as well, unfortunately, because it does not seem... This might be too gradual of a decline. I might need to figure out a way to get there sooner. If there was a way to somehow get this train to come... It's going to be... No, there's no way. There's no way to do that. Well, one thing we might be able to do... No, that's a tough route right there. It's going to be incredibly inefficient until I can figure out how to get that train track to merge around. Because, yeah, the meat train is an easy transition, but because these two can't connect to each other, that becomes a pretty big issue. This is actually going to have to exit this direction. So, what we might do... Oh, this will be interesting. I wonder if I can go... I have to get rid of all these wires, but if I can somehow have this wrap this way and come through here, it's pretty tight. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm going to have to play around with that. That train track is not quite complete the way it's supposed to be. Where the heck is it? It's over here. These two are supplying my building supplies, in case you were wondering. This one is doing something weird now, though. It's decided it wants to go that way. Why? Oh, I see. You're not actually picking this up anymore. Did I click the wrong one? Hang on. You're supposed to be loading up bricks. Oh, I see. No. I had this right. I wanted it this way. What's happening is that this thing is stopped. And it's going to try to go... Is it trying to go here or what? I'm going to have to figure that out too. Darn it, I thought I was done with trades. Anyway, so we've got this... this car's going to do that for us now. And then we're going to bring everything over to here and start dropping it off and filling these up so that we can start distribution for our tourists, right? So let me let this run a little bit. I'm going to figure out the trains and figure out how to get all these guys to get over here. Might have to tear down some electrical lines to get a track in there. We'll see. Might even have to rebuild a whole bridge. I don't know. But I'm out of rubles now until the refueling train gets to its destination. And I'm not sure exactly where that's going to be. It's probably around here somewhere any minute now, hopefully. There it is. That's pulling into the fuel station right now, so I should have money soon. I wanted to show you this too. I don't know if I showed you this last video. So instead of a fuel tank or a refueling station here, I went ahead and I've decorated instead. So I had the train sort of, it got itself in here, and then I eliminated the track. And then the thing was very confused. It didn't know where to go. It was like, I can just go back and forth. That's all I can do. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And then once it ran out of fuel, it was just stuck here, right? And so there's a track, and the train's out of fuel. And now we have some trees around the area, although I think this is a little thick. I like the trees, but this isn't exactly showing off the pride, or tree with pride, right? So probably should... That's a bit heavy. That was a bit heavy-handed. I wanted some trees, but I didn't want, like, no trees. Might place a couple more, like that, yeah. So we got a monument right here, right? And then there's like this plaque. I know it's not a train plaque, but you can imagine this is a plaque, and it, like, talks about the train, all right? So I like this a lot better. Obviously, nobody's gonna, like, use it. Can't, like, put benches or whatever for people to hang out in, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to figure out this train problem, and we'll let this stuff build, and I would really hope to get to a plane today, but I don't know about that. I'm mostly just focused on getting supplies over to the tourist area so that we can have tourists. So give me a second. Let me fix this. Let me let things build. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got the whole track torn down here, and it's because the length of that bridge was basically the minimum length I can have anyway. It just would not be any shorter. And it's because of the walk path. The necessity to have the walk path here to get people to this food factory was creating a necessity to have the bridge be even longer. So I've torn that down. We're gonna try a new tactic with that. I'm rebuilding this bridge because I had to kind of rebuild. I had to tear this down to have it be where I need it to be. Instead of a bridge here, we're gonna go for a tunnel. Now I've been kind of avoiding tunnels because they're incredibly expensive. And I'm a cheapskate. I don't want to pay for it. But in this case, oh, you're not going to let me, are you? All right, well, we're going to put a tunnel down anyway. In this case, I'm going to make an exception. So this is the pedestrian underground underpass. Or I guess it's pedestrian underpass. It is almost 50,000 rubles for just the underpass. And we're going to need 2 of them, of course. So already it's 100,000 rubles as opposed to just over 20,000. 21,000, I suppose, that it would be for the pedestrian bridge inside. So already we're way more expensive. And it doesn't get much better as you make the tunnel either. So you kind of have to be conservative on this unless you got cash or you really need to do it. In this case, I think we really need to do it. So I'm going to make this. This is the ground level. You can sort of see how one's higher than the other. This is the ground level, and we're going to place this right about here. And let's do this with planning first. We'll knock that in there. Now I need to make sure that you connect and you connect. Yeah, yes, there. Okay, good. Okay, so with the underpass, we're gonna want the underpass to come in. I guess we'll have it come on up over here, right? So it's just gonna be a real quick, through here, and then they can get in here and they can go to work. So we'll put it right about, yeah, wherever it will connect to the road. I saw the auto connection, but now I'm not seeing it anymore. Okay, it's kind of far back. A little weird. I think we can play it off. That's not happening. I think we'll play it like maybe here. And then we take this path and go there. Okay, so that'll connect it instead of that big long bridge and all that stuff. This makes it a little closer too. Now we have to go underground. And again, it doesn't get much cheaper. But we're going to have to just bring it over here. So 53 meters, 55 meters. We want it as short as we can get it. So it looks like 53 meters is the answer there. I'm just going to make that bridge just like that. The total for this segment, 61,000. So it's 161,000 rubles to make this bridge, as opposed to probably roughly 40,000 it would have been for the other bridge, for an actual bridge, sorry. So the tunnel is, like I said, a lot more expensive. But we're going to do it because I think this is what's needed to make my dreams come true. So there you go. So we'll have that done, and then pedestrians will be able to cross here. Now, the one thing that means that we can't do still is we still can, actually, I need to verify this. Fields there, food factory. You are still connected, right? I'm pretty sure you're still connected to this. Yeah, you're still there. Okay. Okay, so this bridge, now I'm hoping, because of what we've done, I can make this maybe 2 up, or I can make it double or whatever. But I can definitely make it, I'm hoping, not as tall. Because I needed to go up before. And I don't think I need to go as high for the factory connections. Is this enough? This little bit here, is that enough for these? Oh, I just need to go a little bit higher, right? Okay. So we'll go just a little bit higher. Hopefully that's good. Right there. And then we'll go across from here. Yeah, okay, so this can now come down from here. So I don't even need to go this far. Before, I couldn't start coming down until right here. Now I can start coming down sooner. I'm really hoping that helps me. So let's start coming down if we can. Yep, we can. So we're going to come down about there. Come on. Yep, there. That. And then come straight down like this. So now we're... Yeah, much better. So we got a lot more room, right? Instead of the bottom of the bridge being over here, it's over here now. Crossing my fingers that that's enough. I don't know, but I'm crossing my fingers that it's enough. If I wrap it around, it looks good. It looks good. I don't know if it is good, but it looks good. And presto. Oh, beautiful. Yay. So this bridge can now go straight over and across. Very nice. We're also, I think... Nah, we're good there. I think with just this. Now, of course, it's 418,000 rubles to build this whole thing, but, you know, it's going to work. And then, of course, this needs to go there, too. So we're going to have this come over. Ooh. Ooh. No? Yeah, like this. Yep. Well, it would be cool, actually, if you would go and meet up with the center of this, but I don't think you will. Because I'd have to... Yeah, you have to be on the center location for this. So I need to figure out how this train was coming in before. It comes in this way, and then it either goes straight, or it can merge over into this path temporarily, which is what I think it was doing when it met up with this. I think we can go like this. It looks a little squirrely. It really does. I know. And maybe I don't even need this extra. Nah, I kind of do, because the train will be here, and it needs to be able to go that way. And this is interesting, isn't it? This is such a strange problem, but this is going to allow the meat to get connected everywhere. Now the meat train can go that way, it can go that way, or it can go that way. And that's really at the core what we needed, because now the food train can do the same. It can go that way, it can go straight this way, or it can go up that way. That's what we need, man. And I guess the real question is whether or not I need both of these tracks. Because it looks a little weird being like 2 and 1. I almost feel like it would be appropriate to just do this. Right? I think it would. I'm gonna take this back just so it doesn't look weird. Right? Because it's got this merger, and that's what makes it look strange. But if I can, yeah, like this. Yikes. It has a little bit of a yikes look to it, to be honest. But as long as it works, it has to function. And technically, I think this does function. It merges up with this line like that. Ugh. It does work. The lines meet up. It's technically good. So I'm going to build it. I'm going to say go and commit. So there's the build. There's our bridge. There's our rails. Okay? So, okay. Probably going to have to mess with signaling again, but this whole thing just got a lot more functional, I guess. A little bit. So, signals here, I don't think I should have a signal here, because if a train comes here and it's red, it's going to stop here and block the whole line. So I'm going to put this signal, I think, way back in here. Just in case. I'm going to put it in there like that. That way the train doesn't necessarily block the whole line. And, you know, we could make it a chain, but I don't think so. No. The real question becomes whether or not, like, what kind of signals. Like, right now, this whole thing is green. This whole thing. So, like, a train here is going to stop a train over here and over here. So, like, I got to figure out the signals. That's challenging. And if we assume that this is all a one-way track, then we can go and have one direction this direction and I guess one way here. So this bridge can be a one-way, and I guess this bridge could be a one-way. We can put it right on the end of the bridge. That governs at least traffic in this direction. We can then say there's no room for signals in here, so we're gonna have to say basically, woo. Oh, I don't like this at all. No, I do not. Put a chain here and ping the clear. Have the all clear be. Come on. Have the all clear be here. There we go. Can chain into here, I suppose. That doesn't necessarily block the whole thing. If we're going to do that, we might as well do that. And then we need to close it up. Well, that doesn't actually work, does it? Because you're... Yeah, that doesn't work. I'd have to do this to close that. Okay. And then... Come through here. Chain. Come around. We have, obviously, a two-way track there. So that's going to separate that bridge from the rest of this line. And then... I think this is probably one of those situations where if train is in here, then wait your turn. There shouldn't be that many trains using this, though. This is primarily a delivery. There's going to be a delivery train that's dropping off food and meat, but not necessarily that. It's just all food trains, right? It's all food trains going everywhere. I think there's only a maximum of 4 food trains. So what are the chances that the food trains are going to conflict? What, more than 2 trains at a time will be in here? I don't know about that. Now that the tunnel's done, this is what I've come up with for the bridge, okay? Because we don't have to go all the way out this far, we can actually bring this down sooner, a little bit more gradually too, but we can get it like this now. And we can have this train just kind of keep going that way if it wants to. This train can merge over and go that way if it wants to. They're all very flexible this way. By getting rid of the walk path and doing a tunnel instead, we take up less space on the top side and we can do this now. So I think this is the plan. I did rebuild a little bit of it. So I built some, whoops, with rubles, and then I kind of lost some money that way, but like whatever, and go. This is 500,000 rubles spent on a new train track, of course. So there we go, another 129,000 here. But now we end up with, effectively we end up with a fully functional area here where 2 trains can go through here and use, various different tracks, and we can do a standard signaling. Yeah, we can do standard signaling too. So like I can have this train stop here if it's gonna need to wait for another train to cross or something. We can have our regular signal, I guess, can be here. I don't need this anymore, so we can clean this up. This little cross right here is not needed anymore. Just pull that like so. And we're left with what looks like a pretty organized cross. We're gonna put chain signals on these directions. So effectively it's going to be, I guess it'll be going from here, and we'll have another chain. The problem with any signaling here though is it's very tight. There isn't enough room for a train to reasonably stop and allow another train to go through. So if we chain, for example, a signal here and we tell it to wait, if the train, well, I guess a train won't ever be coming into the bridge, so it would stop it. That would be safe, right? Yeah, that would be safe. And then we would have this signal go forward. So that's a one-way. This is a one-way in. This signal's not going to have any, or this station's not going to have any signals. I suppose we could make it work by, yeah, it'd be nice if I could have some sort of a waypoint in here, but I can't. So we're just not going to have any signals here. So I don't know how that's going to be treated. And then going into the bridge, we have that be a one-way, and we actually can't mark that with a semaphore. So the semaphore is going to have to mark on this side instead, and that would stop it on the bridge. I just suppose it isn't too big of a deal. So we have one-way tracks going into this station, and then it can leave, or it can whip around and go this way. And then we have this station going in through here. It'll chain with... There's no sense in chaining, honestly, because there's no... Like, I can't... Yeah, it doesn't matter. If there's a train in the purple zone, stop is basically it. So regular signals everywhere will just be fine. Okay, I think that's everything that we needed for this. So once more, where is my food train? It's probably... I don't know where it is now, because it's choosing whatever route it wants to deliver that food. So it might be... I don't know, going all the way around, I think, probably off Krofkalosh, and then I wouldn't be surprised if it comes in like this, and then, yeah, whips through here and then over, but it can't do that. Well, yes, it can. It's not electric, so it can do that. But I don't see my food train anywhere, so I'm gonna have to find it. Looks like it might be interfering. No, I thought that was two trains hitting each other, but I would never allow such things. No, of course not. Here we go. Here's the train. So it's got 34 tons of food, 34 tons of alcohol, and 34 tons of clothes. And it's also refueling. I would like you to not do that. Let's just have you go to depot really quick. Don't refuel. It's not worth it. We'll just make you electric right now and be done with it. And then your route will consist of you heading over here then. Yeah? Yeah. So that's good. The gallery of art is on fire. I don't know how that happened. We have fire trucks on the scene, though. Isn't that nice? Yeah. There are people in this? Wait, there are people in this area? Who's living here? Wait, how do we get fire trucks? Wait. I'm so confused. Which? Oh, the fire station over here. It could reach that? You know what it probably was? I bet you it was the fire helicopter. Probably we didn't see it. The fire helicopter probably sprayed it down and stalled long enough for those trucks to get over here, because these trucks came from all the way over here. Yeah, although this isn't in the air. It's got less fuel in it now, though, so I think it did do that. Okay, so that's the plan. There you go. We should have that now. So with this train being out of the way, let's talk a little bit about that logistics, and then, you know, obviously we're kind of off topic now when it comes to the tourism thing, but I think you can probably agree this is a very essential task. So I think I could probably just sell the rest of this. Certainly I can sell the engine. I don't need it anymore, the diesel engine, so this can go. But before we go with this, I'd like to copy this route to this one. Now this route, well, that didn't work, did it? No, it doesn't seem to have done so. But look at how much capacity it has. Isn't that nice? Yes, yes it is. It's a shame I can't take this stuff, though, and feed it into the other boxcars. I can't transfer that. So I think what I'm going to do instead, I know I keep changing my mind, I'm sorry. I just don't want to lose this stuff. That's like 378,000 rubles worth of stuff, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you go. Oh, you're marked as don't load. Unload everything, silly. I'm going to have you go ahead and do that. Now that we have... Your route did not get copied at all. But this is a box car. We're not going to have meat here. Let's get rid of this meat car. Please. Yep. So this is just a box car. We're going to have 2 food, 2 clothing, probably more like 3 food. Yeah, let's do 3 food, 2 clothing, and 2 alcohol. So this will be food. Yep, just make sure. Food. And then we're going to do clothes in... Wait, hang on. Now, we got to make sure we click the right one. Okay. Clothes, and then alcohol will be in this one, and will be in this one. Okay, good. So 2 clothing, 2 alcohol, and 3 food. Great. And then your route, should you choose to accept it, and you have to because I am captain now, is to go here. Now, where are the clothes? See, we don't have a whole lot of clothes being stored. We have a lot of alcohol being stored. I think we're probably going to need to have this be split between alcohol and clothing. And then I wanted to set up a clothing area right here that would use the existing crops. And then this would all be fields for crops except for this. But like we could still have more crops over here. So I'm not entirely done with this setup yet, to be honest. But I just want to test my food train, okay? So we're going to get this one. Yep. I'm going to have you go ahead and load from here. Yep. And you are going to load. All right, start over. Yeah. So you're going to load here. Alcohol, clothing, and food. Yep. And then you're going to take a trip. I don't want you to mix with this. We just spent all that money to build this, so you're going to go this way. And you're going to then, we're going to add a stop, and we're going to tag up there on this bridge here without the autosave messing with me. Right there. You're going to come over this, tag up there. Yep. Come around, and you're going to cut this direction and go that way. And then when you go this way, you're going to wrap all the way around, and you're going to end up going through here to get to that station and unload your cargo there. Okay? And you're going to unload everything. But yeah, just everything, unload and wait till unloaded is what I want. For now, that's what I want. May not be that way later, but that's what I want for now. So in order for you to actually do that route, we're going to hit start. But in order for you to actually do it, this track's got to be done. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish it. And now the train should be able to get in here. And that's going to start the process, right? Distribution, all that stuff, right? We start the process. So let's get big trucks, big covered hull trucks. What can we do? Let's say we need kind of big ones, but I want them all to be consistent. It's the way they look. So 6 tons of food, it's okay. Let's maybe, is there anything that does like maybe 8 for a reasonable price? 5 tons, 6 tons, 6.5 tons. 6.5 tons is okay, I guess. All right. We'll say at least that many for now. I might want to put like a cistern or 2 in here just to have refueling. And then we're going to have a fuel train because somebody talked me into it, providing fuel everywhere instead of just auto buying it. I know. It's the spirit of the game. So we're going to have a fuel train as well, and then I need to have a tank and storage and access and all that stuff. So we might have cisterns in here too, but I think because of how many hotels there are, this is going to be very crowded, and we're going to need to have as many of these trucks as possible. So for now, I'm going to do 10, but I probably will want more later. Same thing here. We're going to go with 10 of those same trucks. 6.5 tons. Where is it? Covered hull, and it's this one, 6.5 tons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many? 6. Yeah. We have 10. So 10 of those in each. And of course, I'll play around with the delegations and percentages and all that nonsense later on. I'll do that later on. But at least you can see the plan, right? Drop it off over here. Bulk, storage, distribution. Keep everything going. Bulk storage, distribution, etc., and then fuel and all that stuff. Okay, so I know that's not what I wanted. Honestly, not what I wanted the episode to be about. That train, not really it. But you can see we're cruising here. We've got a trolley bus stop here, and then I'm also going to have another trolley bus stop right over here in this area. Probably about, let's say, there. Maybe here. Where can I go through? I think there's enough space to go through right here. Let's test that out. Can I go through this, through the middle? Ooh, maybe not. Hang on. Can I go through the middle? I need to be able to go through the middle. One of these is going to let me. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. Oh, I don't think it wants to. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Might have put them too close together. Aw. It just has to go through. Wait, this will work. We can go through here. We can go through. Well, I mean, we should. Come on. We should be able to go through there for that. Come on now. Don't do that. Don't be that way. Here, I'll go right. How about this? How you like that? Huh? Does that work? Better. We're going to put the trolley station over here then. So it'll be over here. And the trolley station will be, let's say, right about like this. Well, we don't want to get in the way of the street for this. I should actually move it over. Yeah, I'm going to put it right here instead. Like this. It's so close to that road. I need to see whether or not it's going to interfere with that road. Like this. Tell me you can connect. Come on now. Don't be that way. Come on now. Yeah, no, it's not. It's going to interfere. So, okay. Well, Well, I'll figure it out there. But we're going to have this road come through here and then around. And it connects to this street. It's going to be nice. Apparently fire just destroyed something, so I'm going to have to go replace it. Is it over here? Yeah, it's over here. What was it? What was that? Oil storage. Oh, man. Rebuild it. Rebuild it. We're almost done over here, man. It's so close. So close. And a lot of these tanks have oil in them. So this one's full, right? This one's filling. And if I was to accelerate this one, I bet we would start getting oil in that too. It's because the pipes are getting done, right? All these pipes have been getting worked on. This whole area is done all the way up to here. So we have oil, well, not in these tanks, because the oil is being pumped from these tanks to those tanks. These are reserve tanks, right? So we should start seeing tanks at the end of the line become full. Yeah, fit 1,800 here. This one's not done yet. The connection to the factory is done, but not the connection to the pump, which I could, you know, speed that up if I want to. Yeah, a little bit there. You can tell that one had it. This one's done. This one's got something in it. Yeah, so that's getting done behind the scenes. We have full gravel and everything. In fact, the gravel train is just chilling because it's been told to, you know, wait until unloaded, right? I could have it go fill up and then come back. Could. Then it would be like an absolute full train. But I'm going to leave it there for now. It's fine. Bridge is done, and we have all of the grain storage done for this too. It's just a matter of getting a train to bring it in here. And of course, that train will use this track exclusively with the waypoint system. And it will come in here, and it will use this, and it will drop off crops. So, but I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for any of it yet. Oh, this game is so big, isn't it? We have 2,700 people living with their parents who are over the age of 21. I've got a bus stop here, and I'm hoping that by having passengers, yep, this, and I'm hoping by having passengers, we're just gonna take, I can take whoever, man, whoever wants to go, and bringing them over to anywhere, let's say over to, I don't know, this station, whatever, that we can get them moving over here. We can get people to move over here without having to invite people. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to dink around with signals because I clearly messed things up over there. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you like the video, you know what to do. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're prepping for tourism. Probably one more video to really finalize that. I'm hoping next video I buy a plane and we see what it does. I got to get this rail also connected over here. And this rail is going to run that way and connect to this one with another passenger train station here to facilitate more people moving all around. Yeah, it's what we're working on. Radio station looks like it's getting pretty close to done too. And the Ferris wheel is done. Hey, you know what? This can be my thumbnail now. Oh, spoilers in the thumbnail. Who would do such a thing? I might. Take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.